Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Wrote for a Cue, and this time it's another look at my 50 break before I reach 1,000 subscribers series. Sorry about the noises if you hear strange noises. I've got my parrot in the room. She's behind the camera so you can't see her, but she will contribute in terms of sound effects. So a little update about me. After the last episode of this series, I actually went away with work for a few days, so I was unable to play snooker for a while. And then whilst I was away, unfortunately, I contracted COVID. You probably heard in the last video that I said I'd contracted something icky. Well, it turned out to be COVID, and that knocked me out knocked me out 100% for 3 days probably. And then even so, this is now 4 days after I'd received a negative test, and I still feel pretty rubbish. I'm still really bunged up and getting really short of breath when I just go up the stairs. So yeah, that was not very good, which means I haven't really been in the snooker club for almost 2 weeks really. So I thought I'd do a catch-up episode of this where I basically bring you up to date as to where I was when I went away basically. So it's about a week and a half's worth of content in terms of catching up with this episode. Then there's probably about a 2-week gap where I really didn't do anything, and then I've been back in the snooker club this week, so we'll pick up on the episode at the end of next week. So I've got 3 attempts from 3 sessions to show you in this video. So same format as before. I'm not going to commentate on them mainly because I can't get through a sentence without coughing, and I'm just going to show them with music, and then I'll come back after each one and talk about it. So let's take a look at the first attempt. So fairly disappointing 27, but there was at least one good shot in there. The blue down to the reds on around the black was pretty good for me, although I did get a slightly fortunate flick off the red near the pink. Unfortunately, the break fell down because I tried to run through to the bottom red from the black, and I ran too far, which left me a sort of more blind cut back than I would have liked, and I lost control of the cue ball, unfortunately. So that's how the break ended. I had to mute the volume in that attempt because there was a local crooner in the club for country and western night, and I didn't want to get a copyright strike for some kind of American country and western song. Anyway, that attempt was from the 23rd of October, so let's take a look at the next attempt, which was on the 26th of October. So a real mixed bag of shots there. You can see I actually started on the red near the pink on the left-hand side of the table, which is now probably my preferred starting location because I find those two reds particularly awkward. So getting one out of the way early on with ball in hand definitely helps me. Unfortunately, the break fell over on that final green because I was overstretching, and really what I should have been doing was screwing back on that green. I think it was straight enough that I could screw back and still end up on one of the reds on the balk line. But instead I tried to force it around the angles and back out through the balk line. And because I was overstretching, I did not get the power required. But still, that was 34, so the best attempt so far of this week, or these weeks. But before we take a look at the last attempt of the week, which was filmed on the 2nd of November, which was the only attempt I managed to get in between coming back from my work trip away and realising I've got COVID. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Remember, this is a series where you can influence the final outcome, because the more subscribers I get, the less time I get to get this 50 break. Also, if you like this particular video, please give it a thumbs up, which helps show it to other people and potentially bring in other subscribers. Anyway, let's get on with this final attempt. So nothing great to say about this attempt really at all. It was pretty poor. And if I've been honest with you, I was probably starting to feel a little bit under the weather. So probably shouldn't have gone down the club. We should probably take a look at the other metric that this video series is about, which is the number of subscribers to the channel. Because as you know, I've got to get the 50 break before the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. On the 23rd of October, when we did that first attempt, we had 878 subscribers. On the 2nd of November, when we did that final attempt, the channel was on 903 subscribers. So that is an increase of 25 subscribers within 10 days. If we keep going like that, not only will we get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023, but also we might get to 1,000 subscribers before we reach 50 break. But that will be a positive thing as well. Don't forget to share this video with your snooker playing friends and get them to subscribe so that they might foreshorten the time that I've got to do this challenge. I'm going to go and rest my voice because I can barely get through a sentence, and I'll see you in the next video, probably next weekend.